So in this video, I want to share with you guys exactly how to separate your eggs, especially for making something like sponge cakes. So the first method is when you take your egg and you use an egg separator. So this is very beginner friendly and the best option if you struggle with separating your eggs. Just buy an egg separator like the one you're seeing here, which is basically something has slots for the egg whites to pass through. Crack your egg in there, make sure you don't pierce the yolk, and then make sure the white just kind of slips underneath. You can assist it like I'm doing right here. Then put the yolk in another bowl and that's it. So this is the easiest method of separating your eggs. The second method that you can use is cracking your egg into, again, do it strong enough, but not enough to like pierce the yolk. And then lean it to the side and make sure you pour out the egg white. So if you don't have a separator, this is usually the method that I suggest you use. It works very well for me. Then you get the egg yolk into the other bowl and you've separated your eggs. The third method that you can use is, again, have two separate bowls, crack your egg, and then this time use your hand instead. So what you want to do is basically use your hands and have the egg white slip through the fingers. Now, I don't like using this method. It can be a little icky, but if you don't mind, you can do this. Make sure you wash your hands. Fourth method that I actually learned this from one of my students who struggled with the method of the shell, and they ended up doing this in class and it worked very well. So basically crack your egg and make sure you don't pierce, and then just take a spoon and either scoop out the yolk or just kind of like pour out the yolk. Sometimes it's a little tricky because the yolk tends to slip like you just saw there. However, if you just kind of make sure you pour out your white or just scoop out carefully, you're able to separate the yolk and the white. The fifth method, which is just one of the methods that rarely works for me, but thank God when I was doing this video, it worked very well. It's when you crack your egg a little bit and you basically pull out the pieces of shell because you just want a very small window or a small hole, and then you want to pour out the egg white. Now you have to be so careful with this because sometimes I do tend to pierce the yolk if it comes too close to the hole, right? So you want to just kind of turn it around as you're seeing me do, being very careful not to pierce the yolk, and then just pour out the egg white. A lot of people do swear by this, so if this works for you, you can try this out. Once you are sure you've poured out most of your egg white, you can then now on the other bowl crack the egg and just kind of pour out your egg yolk. So this is a fifth method you can use that can help you out. So I hope this video really helps you out if you're doing sponge cake or meringue or something like that and you're wondering how to separate your egg whites. If you're curious about what a meringue is or how to perfect your meringue, make sure you watch the next video that's linked here on how to make a proper meringue.